When most people think of some of the biggest superstars and celebrities, they think, oh, those lucky people. Here's the reality. Luck is simply when opportunity meets preparation. And so in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about 4 very inspirational people and 4 inspirational stories of people that have gotten lucky despite all the odds through perseverance, which allowed them to have that opportunity meet their preparation. Stay tuned. What is up, everyone? I am coming at you from Sydney, outside the Sydney Opera House here in Australia. And in this video, I want to talk to you about persistence. So here's the first thing. You see, we are at one of the most iconic buildings in the world, right? Like when you think of Australia, when you see images that are portrayed of Australia, the chances are you've seen the Sydney Opera House. Oh, pretty. And here's the thing, this is one of the most iconic buildings in the world. However, the architect, the person that proposed the design for this building, he was rejected. Not by the first judge, not just by the second judge, not just by the third, well, by the third judge, and then he got approved by the 4th judge. So he was rejected 3 times. His design was one of the most iconic buildings in the world. And persistence is key. The top salespeople, the top paid salespeople in the world, they are not successful because they can get someone to say yes, because anybody can do that happily. They are successful because they have the ability to handle the most no's. They have the ability to take rejection and keep going. They become amazing salespeople because they took rejection, they got better, they kept going, and as they kept going, they got better. And so now, yes, they are great at influencing people, but the reality is, what is the key that made them successful? The first thing, and that was persistence. Number 2. Okay, so now we're going to be talking about chicken, and in particular, Colonel Sanders of KFC. Now, I'm not going to be talking about whether you should eat it or not. That's not what this argument, I'm not going to get into that argument right now. What we are going to talk about is his story. Because first of all, Colonel Sanders went through a hell of a lot before he got to a place where he started selling chicken at a petrol station at the age of 40.
True story.
And then he said, you know what? He believed in what he had so much that he said, you know what? I want to go and spread this. He said, I want to go and start to franchise this. I'm sure someone's going to like and buy this recipe. So he went to the first person. The first person said no. Went to the second person said no. Went to the third person said no. Guess what the 4th, 5th, 6th person said? No. Guess how many times he went and tried to sell his recipe? He got over 1,000 no's. 1,000 before finally someone bought the recipe and started off the legacy of what we call KFC today, which is a global brand.
Number 3.
If I were to ask you, who is the most famous basketball player of all time that you've ever heard of?
Michael taking off, the patented tongue comes out. Just in front of that line. Look at this, the double clutch, the reach out.
Most people would say Micheal Jordan, right? And here's the thing. Micheal Jordan was not selected to play at his university basketball team. He was not selected for the team. In fact, he went home so depressed, and that the coach tells of the story that afterwards, every single day that the coach would come in, he would be there before the coach arrived. Every day before 7 a.m., Micheal Jordan would be there practicing. And he would be there until the coach left. So the guy would practice every single day. He would be the first person there, the last person to leave. Even when he got into the NBA, he was known to practice hundreds of jump shots every single day off that he had. Not just every single normal practice day, every single day off. He was known for being a beast at practicing. And guess what happened? He won 6 NBA championships. He was a 5-time most valuable player. He won 2 Olympic gold medals. And his shoes are like hugely popular all over the world, and I like my Jordans too. Number 4, let me talk about J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter books, right? Now, she is one of the most successful writers in the whole of the UK, right? And probably in the whole of the world. Now, she started writing the Harry Potter series in 1990, and then her mom passed away. Then she got married, she had a baby, and then she got divorced. So then she went on welfare, and she went to approach her first publisher only in 1995. That's 5 years after she started writing the books. So she approached her first publisher. The first publisher said no. She went to approach the second publisher. The second publisher said no. She went to approach the third publisher. Third publisher said no. She went to approach the fourth publisher. She approached 12 publishers, and they all said no. Until she went to a small independent publisher who agreed to print 1,000 copies. That's it. Just 1,000 copies. 500 of which went to public libraries. Her success came when someone saw her book. She won a prize for her book, and then all of a sudden, boom, the Harry Potter phenomenon blew our minds and magic happened. So in this video, I spoke to you about a few people who we think have gone lucky, but the reality is they have put in so much. They have been so patient, and their hard work and perseverance has paid off. And so they got lucky, because that's when opportunity met their preparation. So let me ask you, what stories have you heard of people who have gotten lucky? Or those inspirational stories of some of celebrities that you know perhaps who have made it despite all the odds? Put them in the comments below. This is Muneer. I'll catch you on a video very soon. Hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you soon.
Oh, hello Internet. Muneer heard you like cat videos, so he hired me to talk to you. He makes videos to show you how to influence yourself through mindset changes and others through the power of persuasion. So when you hit the subscribe button now, you will get exclusive interviews, secrets, and mind-blowing tips on how to lead a more successful life.